want to know. I want to know. Tell me. I'm ready. I want to know.
Are aliens real? It's a question that's been asked since the dawn of humanity. While there's no definitive answer, some believe that aliens may have played a role in some of history's most iconic events. From the Great Pyramids of Giza to the Roswell incident. In this video, we will explore some of the most compelling cases of supposed alien involvement in historical events.
People in the world and governments start to take more information till eventually they acknowledge, yes, there's extraterrestrials here.
Whether you believe in aliens or not, these stories are sure to fascinate and intrigue you. So without further ado, let's dive into the top 10 historical events that were supposedly tied to aliens. Number 10. The Pyramids of Giza, 26th century BC, Egypt. The Pyramids of Giza have always been shrouded in mystery, with rumors of tombs cursed and power sources hidden inside. As archaeologists attempt to uncover the truth, fringe theorists have stepped forward to suggest extraterrestrial intervention.
If you take the location of the Great Pyramid as a coordinate, this number sequence of this coordinate matches exactly the speed of light traveling through space.
Some argue that the ancient Egyptians couldn't have built such grand structures without the help from aliens. However, the construction methods are still debated among researchers, with various plausible theories involving barges, ramps, and ropes.
The Great Pyramid was built with a level of technological sophistication far in excess of anything that we have today.
Despite this, the idea of alien involvement remains popular, and it's not hard to imagine that even ancient Egyptian workers may have wished for visitors from another world to help carry the massive stone blocks. Number 9. Crystal Skulls, 19th century Germany. To be frank, Kingdom of the Crystal Skull is considered the 4th best Indiana Jones movie.
Belief, Dr. Jones, is a gift you have yet to receive.
Nonetheless, it reignited interest in certain intriguing artifacts that have resurfaced globally since the late 1800s. These hard stone carvings were thought to have originated from pre-Columbian Mesoamerica. However, this raises the question of how such detailed ornaments could be produced without modern-day tools. Recent studies indicate that they were likely made using modern jewelers' equipment, possibly in Germany. Nevertheless, some conspiracy theorists and adherents of the New Age movement insist that these artifacts possess supernatural powers and may even have extraterrestrial origins. Number 8. The Nativity, circa 4 BC, Palestine. Religious texts have often been a source of inspiration for those who believe in the intervention of extraterrestrial beings in human history. These theories suggest that angels described in religious texts were actually aliens. The flood was caused by extraterrestrial interference, and Sodom was destroyed by a weapon of mass destruction. Another event linked to extraterrestrial intervention is the birth of Christ. Some have proposed that Jesus was an extraterrestrial, or that the Star of Bethlehem was a UFO, an idea popularized by Chris de Burgh's song, A Spaceman Came Traveling.
I come from a planet a long way from here, and I bring a message for mankind.
However, scholars have argued that the star could have been a celestial event or simply a fictional element. Number 7. Teotihuacan, 1st to 6th centuries, Mexico. While not its original name, Teotihuacan's otherworldly essence feels fitting. Roughly translated, it means the birthplace of the gods. This sacred city is nearly 2,000 years old, established in the 1st century and thriving until approximately 550 AD. The city was already in ruins by the time of the Aztecs, and its origins remain unknown, adding to its enigmatic nature. Some fringe theorists suggest that extraterrestrials played a part in the city's foundation or daily life.
We do not know how they were able to develop a complete, huge, complex citadel in the middle of nowhere and able to sustain thousands of inhabitants.
Advocates claim that the discovery of liquid mercury beneath the pyramid of the feathered serpent is proof that the city was a spaceport for ships using mercury-based fuel. However, archaeologists do not support these claims. Number 6. The Roswell Incident, July 8, 1947, USA. The fascination with UFOs gained momentum in the late 1940s after notable sightings such as Kenneth Arnold's on June 24, 1947.
8 flying saucers described as more like wash tubs and each about the size of a 5-bedroom house were reported today.
A few weeks later, another incident occurred which eventually became a staple conspiracy theory. In July, debris was discovered in a ranch near Roswell, New Mexico. The Air Force claimed to have recovered a flying disc, which they identified as a weather balloon. However, a renewed interest in the incident decades later led to the U.S. Air Force admitting that it was, in fact, a top-secret nuclear test surveillance balloon. Despite this explanation, ufologists believe there was a cover-up within a cover-up. The release of reconstructed alien autopsy footage in 1995.
You two, you're at Roswell, Area 51. So what I want is a bit of pointing, yeah? A bit of nodding.
Only added fuel to the fire that the incident was a close encounter of the third kind. Number 5. The Tunguska event, June 30th, 1908, Russia. Just picture yourself sitting in your Siberian abode during the brief summer of 1908, leisurely reading your newspaper when suddenly, boom, a massive explosion rocks your world. You feel the heat wave and see your windows shatter. This is precisely what happened to the residents of Tunguska. For days, the sky glowed as if on fire. The most apparent explanation is a meteor strike, yet there was no impact crater. Instead, 80 million trees had been knocked over. Scientists believe that an asteroid or comet detonated a few miles above the Earth's surface. This event has been immortalized in science fiction as an alien crash site, or in the X-Files as a meteorite carrying alien microbes. In 2013, scientists were able to add more detail to their theories when the Chelyabinsk meteor produced a nearly identical occurrence. Number 4. Moai, 1250 to 1500 AD, Easter Island. For those who believe, the stone statues that have become synonymous with Easter Island have always been considered undeniable evidence of extraterrestrial life visiting Earth.
Build another one.
The Rapa Nui people, using volcanic ash, carved these statues to represent deified ancestors. The most perplexing question is how these massive statues were transported. Researchers suggest that they may have been moved using wooden sleds and rollers, or ropes to sway them back and forth, making them walk to their destination. However, for fringe theorists, these stone monoliths are beyond the capabilities of pre-industrial humans. Number 3. Nazca, 500 BC to 500 AD, Peru. The geoglyphs etched into Peru's Nazca Desert were initially believed to be trails or roads until they were seen from a plane in the early 1940s. Since then, historians have been intrigued by their creation and purpose. There are hundreds of these geoglyphs scattered across the desert floor, ranging from simple lines to complex geometric shapes and depictions of animals.
Aquí tenemos un fragmento de cerámica que usualmente se encuentran en muchas partes en los geoglifos.
How are they created without the ability to see them from above? And for what reason? Scholars have suggested that they may have had astronomical or ritualistic purposes, or that they were designed to be seen by gods in the sky. However, the truth remains unknown, leaving extra room for theories that extraterrestrial beings played a role and may have even used some of the geoglyphs as runways. Number 2, Stonehenge, 3000 BC, England. There may have been numerous hypotheses proposed regarding the construction and purpose of this prehistoric site, with one of the more unconventional ideas being extraterrestrial involvement.
Could you all just stay still a minute because I am talking?
The reasoning behind this theory was based on the size and weight of the stones and their precise positioning, which has enabled them to remain standing for thousands of years. According to this theory, UFOs were responsible for lifting and placing the heaviest stones in positions that were best suited for communication with the cosmos. Given that the wheel had not yet been invented and the blue stones were sourced from 150 miles away, researchers are still grappling with a definitive explanation for the site's construction. However, if extraterrestrial involvement is ruled out, could it have been the work of giants instead?
The fact that we now know that Stonehenge was part of a much larger superstructure indicates to me that we've only barely scratched the surface.
Number 1. Life on Earth, 3.77 billion years ago. There is a theory embraced by some reputable scientists that life on Earth may have originated from somewhere else, known as panspermia.
Basically, it consists of silicate minerals, very much the same things we see on rocks on the Earth's surface.
The idea that a meteorite crashed into the planet could have brought microbes or the necessary building blocks of life. However, a fringe version of this theory suggests that extraterrestrial beings deliberately seeded life on Earth, perhaps for experimentation or observation. Some even speculate that Adam and Eve, the first humans in the Bible, were created by aliens. Supporters of this theory point to ancient drawings that seem to depict otherworldly beings, but the truth remains unknown. If you have any thoughts or comments on this topic, we'd love to hear from you in the comments section below. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell to stay up to date with our latest videos. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.